Hello and welcome back to Tulsa, Oklahoma for the PDGA's coverage of the 2024 PDGA Junior World Championships presented by Innovadiscs. We've got coverage of the MJ18 division here at Junior Worlds this year, and this coverage is brought to you by Gatekeeper Media. I'm Nathan Johnson, joined in the booth today by Dan Brooks Wells. How's it going, Dan?
It's going good, man. You doing good?
Yeah, I mean, can't complain. Get to watch some of the next generation of disc golfers here. It's exciting.
You know, it really is. It's cool to see what kind of arms these guys have, what kind of confidence they have on the putting green, and how the game has been progressing, really.
Yeah, we've got some hot rounds out there to start from Patrick Yu and Keegan Haupt. Our card have gotten off to a bit of a slow start. They'll be looking to pick things up here and finish strong on the back nine.
And as a reminder, if you did not watch the front nine, we ran into a little bit of trouble with the drone coverage. We will have drone coverage for all the hole previews for the following rounds, but we are on hole 10. This is a par 4, 400 feet dog leg to the right.
Yeah, this one is a little eagleable if you want to get aggressive. That is exactly what Ryan Monn's going to do. This is a huge forehand. He gets a little bit of ground play too. He's going to have an outside look.
Yeah, that was absolutely smoked.
This is the safer play we see coming up from Krieckhaus. Just a nice soft hyzer into the fairway. He's going to have, it leaks a little bit, but should have a pretty open upshot into the green.
Yeah, and if you don't have, you know, like a 380-foot forehand, then it's really not worth it to throw it, because this gives you a better angle into the tee if you don't have that.
Yep, Aranami going to round out the card. Oh, this one is pulled a bit and doesn't go in there, but he's got a very tough angle into the green now.
Yeah. I feel like this is doable, but this is really tough.
Especially if you're not comfortable throwing this steep, kind of panning Anheuser shot. Not a bad result. He's probably going to have a 60-footer or so from there.
And a little forehand chipper for the rest of these guys, I would assume. A little bit of distance control as Kyle does that perfectly.
You can probably give this one kind of a safe bid, given it's a little uphill. Maybe try to dunk it in there for the highlight reel. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Flashing chains.
Speaking into being, Nate.
I'm trying my best to give us some highlights here. Ryan Monn with a long look for the eagle. Just outside circle 2. Not a bad run.
Yeah, good solid bid there. Gave it enough juice, I think. Just a little high. But this for a awesome birdie here. Also just a bit high. Better to miss high than to miss low for these longer ones.
Yep, so Aranami with this comebacker to save his par. Knocks it down.
Not too shabby. Krieckhaus wanting to clean up this birdie right here. Well done. The rest of these guys will do the same.
Yeah, hole 10 did play as the easiest hole on the course at a 3.41 average, and we saw 2 eagles. We'll give some shout-outs to Elijah Cleary and Jacob Allison picking up the 2.
Well done, gents. And we are on hole 11. This is a par 3, 290 feet.
Of different routes to choose from on this one. Ryan Monn likes that left side forehand. Doesn't quite flip up as he would have liked. or maybe just released it on a little too much hyzer, but does get through. Kind of checks up right around circle's edge.
Yeah. I love holes designed like this where you can kind of, each player can play to their strength, and it doesn't matter if you're a lefty or righty. You can kind of throw whatever shot you want, but you still have to hit a wooded gap. And Krieckhaus does leave that one a bit high, does find a little bit of cabbage and knocks down.
Yeah, I call these the choose your own adventure hole.
I love that. That's great.
This one's pulled a bit from Houston, does knock him down early. Bit of a low ceiling going downhill, sometimes tough to control that nose angle how you'd like. Let's see if Aranami can dial this one in. Just an early release. Hasn't quite found his release point yet. It did just trickle through. Kind of a fun reaction. Good scramble shot though.
Yeah, I mean he caught one of those trees there, probably a little bit farther away than what he would have liked. See if Kyle can give this a little bid.
Wow, that was a big jump putt, probably over 100 feet from there.
Little forehand flexor from Houston here. Got to make sure you're not running too far past the basket on this one.
Yeah, that one checks up nicely, right around 12 feet. Oh yeah, so yeah, Aranami with a little more than he would like on this par putt. Looking at probably close to a 35-footer. Ooh, and he gets the catch. The last chain on the top right sticks. Maybe that's the confidence booster he needed to get his round going. And a nice putt for Ryan Monn as well. Kind of sneaking up. That's 3 birdies in a row for him.
Absolutely. If you can get on a heater here, seems like the back half of this course is the easier half. So if these players can start putting some stuff together and get on some hot streaks, can put in a good score. Tap in there for Kyle. Probably one of the holes we would like to get, but alas, we are moving on to hole 12. This is a par 3, 270 feet. There is a bridge in the middle of the fairway. Plays as casual relief from there. That comes into play.
Smooth putter here for Ryan Monn. Just pulls it a bit. Knocks him down early.
Looking like these guys are going to the putter. Given the downhill of this shot, all you need to do is put a putter on a straight line. Kyle leaving that one a little high, catches some trees, and does not kick into a good spot. Let's see if Houston can find a better line here.
Yeah, it was a good line, good release, just a bit low out of the hand. Didn't quite have the carry to get all the way up there. Aranami's been liking this disc, going to it a lot, but that one is just a bit of an early release. Kicks off the fairway for him as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so no one able to get through on this one. We got some scramble shots coming up, all different types, and one of my favorite types is this Anheuser flex shot. Let's see if Krieckhaus can pull this one off.
Just yanks it a little bit. Catches one of those trees.
Tough angle there because you got to put it on so much Anheuser and trust that it's going to flex out, and it's easy to pull it a little bit. Ooh, smooth airbound, like nose up, little glidey shot from Aranami. going to be able to save his par.
Oh, that long jump putt from Krieckhaus catches a tree, drops him short. Got Ryan Monn with a long look, not going to be able to connect.
Good big jump putt there from Houston. Gonna have to settle for his par as well. So here's Krieckhaus to save his bogey.
Yeah, long look and doesn't quite get enough on that straddle putt. Comes up a bit short. He's going to be taking a double here. Drops him back to 2 over par.
Yeah, definitely not what he was looking for. Little mistakes can definitely compound if you're not too careful about it. And, that jump putt, just catching that tree. You got to pay attention to every single shot out there. These guys are able to tap in their pars, good solid strikes. So here we are at hole 13. This is a par 3, 230 feet. There's also a bridge in this fairway that plays as casual. Looking like a tight gap off the tee here, a little left to right moving shot.
Yeah, shapes well for that flex backhand that you see, or subtle turnover backhand, I should say, that Ryan Monn threw there. Well executed. He'll have a birdie putt.
Yeah, this shape of the fairway seems like a somewhat tricky forehand. Like, you don't want it to die off too early. You want it to kind of keep pushing forward. And that is not what we're looking for. He does hit the first available, and he will be heading to Scramble City.
Yeah, Scrambletown, USA is not where I would recommend Blake go on his trip to the States, but sometimes you don't have a choice.
Yeah, we pass through, we accidentally stop, have a sandwich. No, we both. You don't want to stay.
You just stop for gas and move on to the next one. Krieckhaus going with the forehand as well. This is looking much better. Oh, catches a late tree. If not, that might have been hunting some chains. Great shot.
Yeah, it's just tough to get through all of this stuff. And has a jump putt. Does he get far enough, though?
He's going to have a look. I'd call this a 35, 40-footer. Now for the bogey, and just a bit high, catches the band.
It's like one of those things where it's like each shot was just off by like 4 inches, and all of a sudden it just compounds.
Yeah, happens quick on a tight wooded course like this with thick rough. Definitely can't take a hole for granted. Ryan Monn's got a chance for birdie here from circle's edge, and he knocks it down. That's a great putt for him. Moving to 4 under, starting to put some solid golf together here on the back nine.
Absolutely, and this hole did play as the 3rd easiest, so it is one that these players are looking to get.
Aranami, a bit of a straddle putt around this tree for his birdie. Nicely done there.
Go. That one's got to feel good, and he is working his way back to an even score. And just a little tap in there for Krieckhaus. Gotta love those ones. Unfortunately, Houston will have to settle for the bogey here as we move on to hole 14. And here we are at hole 14. This is a par 4, 500 feet. And as you can see, there is a bunch of OB to the right. You do tee from OB, and anything that does not land in bounds will go to the drop zone.
Very important tee shot here. This one's absolutely smoked by Ryan Monn. That is going to play just fine from there.
Yeah. One of the bigger gaps that they've seen today, so probably not too intimidating for them relative to the rest of the course. And again, like you said, anything out and inbounds is good.
Yep, nice shot from Aranami. Just a nice smooth, I assume that's some sort of putter or mid-range that he's been throwing all over the course. Forehand for Krieckhaus. This is a very overstable disc. Gets a huge flare skip out into the fairway.
Very nice. That might have been one that was like, oh no, it's too low. Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Yep. No problems for Houston here on this forehand. You like what I did there, Dan? I've been waiting to get that one in.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you. So here we go. We got 4 pretty open up shots now after those nice tee shots off the green. Or off the tee, I should say. Onto the green, a nice kick for Aranami. He's got a short birdie putt coming up.
Yeah, looking like a little bit guarded of a green. So kind of pick the gap that you're most comfortable with and shoot for it. Seems like no matter where you land, you'll have some sort of a birdie putt here.
Yeah, just a couple of late trees to dodge. That one's a little short from Krieckhaus, but he'll still have a long, I wouldn't even say long, I'll call it a circle's edge look for him.
Like the width on this one. And that will be inside the circle there. Looking like he was going to have an electrical box in his way. Very obscure obstacle, but this is just a hyzer into the basket.
Yeah, a bit of an early release. Oh, or no, just fine. Gets through everything. Goes a bit long. So nobody parked really, but all very makeable putts. Krieckhaus will be up first from circle's edge. Executes that well.
You got it if you want it, yeah.
Houston from a similar distance. Maybe slightly closer. High in the chains, but it sticks.
Yeah. These guys all seem to have developed a good putting routine, which is very important. A very important part to the success of someone's putting, especially the mental side of it.
Putt for Monn as well, and I don't want to jinx it, but I think we might see our first star frame of the day here. Did I speak too soon?
Come on.
This is still a tester. Nah, he's got it. Nice job, fellas.
Yeah, well done, everyone. Seems like the tough part about that hole is making sure you are inbounds off the tee, but we will move on to hole 15. This is a par 4, 575 feet, and there will be OB behind the basket. So nothing really much to worry about off the tee. You're just trying to rip one out there.
Yeah, this one is a bit of an early release, though, from Monn. He's going to be in that tall grass. Might make things a bit interesting on his upshot.
Yeah, maybe some weird footing to run through. And Aranami does pretty much a similar shot there.
Yeah, none of these guys really going too big of power. Well, I say that, and now this is a big rip from Krieckhaus, but needs to come back.
Looks like it got a little skip through the woods there, but it didn't seem like it popped out. Probably not what he is looking for. Maybe maybe a good mistake is to be on the mound that Ryan and Aranami are on.
Yeah, we've seen Houston throw some bombs on the front nine. This is just a nice controlled flip-up shot.
I like this. Oh, what? Did you see that? Like caught like a pine cone or whatever. Like a little stick or pine cone.
Yeah, strange reaction there. So yeah, kind of an awkward lie, like you said. Tall grass he's got to deal with. Just a nice spike hyzer into the green. Just a little too high. Fades out left and might not have a putt in those woods.
Yeah, so here's the tricky situation that tall grass puts you in. Going with the forehand flexor.
And a good reaction to stay in the fairway. Leave him a circle 2 putt for Monn for birdie. This is the landing zone you want to be in.
Yeah. You can hear him say too high, but good result. He'll be putting for his bird.
Krieckhaus.
Yeah, it looks like he has a little something back here.
Yeah, kind of a backdoor line through the woods, and it works out for him. He's going to have some sort of putt just in those woods on the right-hand side. Bit short for Monn on the long birdie bid. And what is Aranami going to do here? I can barely see him.
Everything he can. Yeah, he's out, right?
Yeah, not a bad result at all from back there with a wall of trees and bushes and vines and oh my. So Krieckhaus, yeah, after that weird kind of lie he has this little putt from a knee for birdie, but he just didn't quite give it the height.
Go.
He didn't like it.
Yeah.
But it looked fine to me.
We liked it.
Yeah, in is in.
Good putt.
It's a good birdie for Houston. Gets him under par.
And after crawling out, I'm sure, ducking through all the vines and all the, stickers back there. Aranami just a little short right, a little long right. And the change pushed that one out. He's had 2 or 3 of those today. Yeah. Just a bit off. Right, we are at hole 16. This is a par 3, 250 feet. No OB to worry about on this one. Just worrying about the uphill.
Yeah, just take a nice putter, mid-range, whatever you like. Throw it straight. Looks like Houston actually likes the sidearm. And that's going to work.
Yeah, very nice.
Monn going to look to follow those vapor trails. Looks online, just past the basket, goes a little bit long.
A little bit of a comeback there, yeah. And this is another one where it's throw whatever you want. Backhand, forehand, tomahawk, thumber.
Roller.
Okay, sure.
Why not?
Why not? I mean, I wouldn't, but why not? grenade, you know?
Grenade, yeah, there we go. How many
Sure.
more can we get?
What's that shot that Big Germ throws? That's a
Yes,
pterodactyl?
yes, exactly. Or just throw a nice smooth backhand like Kenta Aranami does here and absolutely base it. Got some long putts coming up first. Kyle Krieckhaus just outside the circle. Money.
There we go. Very nice there. No, he's probably not very happy with his round, but chin up, man. It is a long tournament. Just keep going. Monn just catching the upper band. He's been making those as of late. He's been drilling a lot of his putts. That one just gets a little bit away from him.
Yeah, the front nine, we saw him with a lot of those, just a little low, just a little high putts. Back nine kind of figured it out for the most part, but yeah, that one there just a bit off. Also, as we see this tap in, I forgot to give a shout out on hole 15. We had an eagle from Nolan Litvak, so shout out to him. That is sick.
Well done, Nolan. Walking over here to hole 17. This is a par 3, 350 feet. So one of our longer par 3s for sure. There is a little bit of OB. There's a note here that says, for lost discs marked in fairway, you got to go to the drop zone. So there might be a decent amount of lost discs on here. Hopefully we do not have to worry about that, as this one kind of skips past the basket there. What a beautiful hole here to throw on. Just looking at the sky and get to rip one here.
Yeah, very picturesque coming down the stretch here.
So these guys are opting to basically throw a stable disc on a forehand and just stall it out. So a lot of distance control with that type of play. Looking like pretty much a Spikeheiser here out of Aranami. And that was very well executed. He will have about a 25-footer left for his birdie. Nice and smooth forehand there out of Monn.
Yeah, not a bad result. This is a bit of a tricky green, though. We've got some trees with some low branches. Forehand putt for Houston.
I hate it when you have to do that, but I love to see it happen because magic can definitely happen. Monn, just a little low on this one, a little high on the last one, a little low on this one.
Yeah, I mean, you can see why he's the highest rated player in this tournament. The guy's had plenty of looks. Just has been a little off on the putting green this round. Hasn't quite been able to score. Krieckhaus, he's looking at a 25-footer for his birdie. Knocks it down. Looking to finish strong out here.
And it is looking like the crew did some work, putting some wood chips out there in case it was a little soggy. So thank you to everyone who has worked on the courses. Aranami drills a nice solid birdie putt to get himself 1 under par. And it has been a battle for him. He has been floating around that above par for pretty much the entire round. So very nice to see all of our players now hit that mark. We are finishing our first round here on hole 18, par 3. Just a little short, 225 feet, but look at this green.
Yeah, we got a nice, exciting finish here on the island green. Just got to have your distance control dialed in. Krieckhaus going to go with the Spikeheiser, and unfortunately, dunks it. Tough way to finish.
Yeah. He will be headed to the drop zone. And Aranami giving it a little nose-up floater. He's asking for it to get down, and we can see why. So we are 2 for 2 in the water. Let's see if Houston here can stick one on the green. I'm always a big fan of somewhat of a spike into these island greens.
Ooh, yeah, because then you can avoid that. That one living on the edge, but does stick on the backside. Sometimes tough to know what kind of ground play you're going to get on a green like this. Ryan Monn, this one is a little more overstable. Checks up nicely.
Yeah, that was well played. And, you know, maybe it's tough to see off the tee, but they might have had like somewhat of a very early low ceiling that prevents like a big spike hyzer. Oh!
Yes, what a way to finish. Kyle Krieckhaus from the drop zone, saving the par.
Wow, well done. Let's see if Aranami can top it off here.
Got these kind of reeds, grass in the way. Gonna have to go over top. And not a bad effort, just catches the cage.
Yeah, unfortunately, that will bring him back down to even.
That's it. Nice job. Nice too.
Go, nice. Solid finish there for Houston, and Ryan is 15 to 18 feet here for his birdie as well.
Yeah, I'm sure Ryan's not too happy with his round today, but 6 under par is definitely not going to take him out of this thing. We'll see where that puts him on the overall leaderboard. But like we said, round 1 of a 5.5 round tournament. A lot of time for all of these players to make some moves and get themselves back in this conversation.
Yeah, definitely keep your heads up, everyone. You know, decently solid round. Definitely wanted a little bit better, but there is a lot of golf to play, so make sure you guys stick around for that. And here is our leaders after the first round.
Yeah, Patrick Yu, Keegan Haupt, Lauren Butterbaugh, and Luca Nieminen leading the way. We will see them on our coverage for round 2. To make sure to subscribe to the PDGA's YouTube channel. We'll have that coverage coming out for you tomorrow as we hop over to Blackhawk Disc Golf Course. We'll see you then.